Hello YouTube world, my name is Nicholas Montez and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nick Montez. So today we're doing the final part of my Pixar series because next week on December 25th, Soul comes out on Disney Plus. So today we're going to be reviewing the last Pixar movie that I have in this series, which is Cars 3. But before I get on a review for Cars 3, I have a couple of things to talk about. First off, the Wonder Woman 1984 series, where I review DCEU movies to review it's not coming because unfortunately, I don't have HBO Max anymore. Because I checked it like on Monday, and like I said, this isn't HBO Max. I have it's not exactly mine. I'm borrowing it from my sister's friend, which I don't understand why she can't just like text her and just ask her to pay it, because technically it's my sister's friend. So I don't know why she can't just ask her to buy to like bring it up so she could. I don't know. I don't know why she won't do it. People keep saying it's rude, but I don't know. She just says it's not her priority, but I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. So that series won't be coming, but maybe when the next DCEU film, the Suicide Squad, comes out, maybe I will review some of the DCEU movies I haven't seen, like Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, Birds of Prey, and of course Wonder Woman 1984, if it's free somewhere. So I might have HBO Max again, if my sister's friend pays for it, but for right now I don't have it. So any future movies that come out on there, I don't think I'll be able to see them. So that's my thoughts on it. So now let's get into the review for Cars 3. But something else before we get into Cars 3, I want to tell you a little bit of a story behind Cars 3. So I was actually pretty excited for this movie when I was gonna go see it. I actually saw it last weekend because I wanted to get an early start, because I thought I thought I was gonna have to watch Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice for the review. I didn't exactly want to spend a week watching two movies, taking turns. So I just wanted to watch Cars 3 in one day and then watch Batman v Superman the whole week. But it didn't happen, so I was a little bit bored this week watching movies or TV shows. But anyways, so here's my story for Cars 3. So I was excited for this, to watch it, because I remember it was, so here's my story where it takes place. So it takes around like 2017, and it was like the second to last day before I was on my way to winter break. It was sort of like a couple days ago. It was sort of like last Thursday, except I already saw Cars 3. So I was in elementary school at the time, and usually mostly on like the last day of school before a big break or something like that, they would play a movie. I don't really remember why they played a movie on a Thursday, even though that wasn't the last day of school. Whatever. And one of the movies that they played was Cars 3, and I'm like, please don't play Cars 3. I hate Cars. It's so boring. I hate it. But when I was watching it, for some reason, I don't know why, but I was enjoying what I was watching. I don't know why, and I was not thinking I was going to enjoy it, but I did. But then I had to leave. I had to leave during the movie, and I didn't want to leave because I wanted to finish watching it. But yeah, but I actually finished watching it, so now I can finally talk about it. So that's just a little story I have about Cars 3. But now let's talk about the movie. So right off the bat, one of the best things about this movie is the animation. Purposely for me, the first Cars did have great animation. It makes it look so real, and like you could just see the details of Lightning McQueen's like stuff. Like it looks so real in this and when cars are driving in this movie, it looks like actual cars driving. Like it doesn't look like people cars when you think about it. And just the everything, the visuals were just so good. And like what they're talking about when cars are driving in mud or driving in the dirt, like it just looks so awesome. And like the color designs of the characters are just so cool and just vibrant. And I love the animation to this movie. Also, I love the character of Lightning McQueen because I would say this is probably the best Lightning McQueen he's ever been, because he has to make a decision. Does he want to continue racing? And I actually like that storyline where he he wants to get faster than Jackson Storm, and he wants to continue racing, but he doesn't know what to do. Some of that little decision there, it has a little bit of problems, which we'll get into the bad. But yeah, I really like Lightning McQueen in this movie. He just has a thrilling arc, and he doesn't want the same thing that happened to Doc. He doesn't want that stuff to happen that happened to Doc. He doesn't want that stuff to happen to him, and I think that's interesting. Likewise, a lot of people will say that this movie is a lot like Rocky, which I can kind of see that. But a lot of people, since this is technically like Rocky 3, I would say, I would sort of say this is actually better than Rocky 3. Or, I don't really know if it's better than Rocky 3. I don't know. But also, one other thing is that the new character, Cruz Ramirez, I actually liked her. Like, granted, her story wasn't exactly as thriving as some of the other characters, like Mater or Sally or Doc Hudson, but she was good. I liked her, and especially I loved the ending to this movie where Lightning McQueen gives up the race and he lets Cruz get her moment. He gives her her moment to be a racer once and for all, and she actually wins, and she actually is like Cruz Ramirez. There are some problems, even though I did like that scene very much. It kind of doesn't make sense at the same time. So that's really the stuff I liked about it. I think one other thing before we get into the bad is that I like the characters. Like, even though the characters weren't in there as much as the first two, I kind of liked how, much like Cars 2, we actually get kind of like, I like how, like Cars 2, I like how we get the characters from Radiator Springs. They're like friends with Lightning McQueen, and I like that. And they're like supporting him and stuff. And I really like that about the movie. With that said, we're going to have to move on to the bad. And I think one of the biggest things about the movie that the film doesn't really do best is I don't really understand the world of Cars. It doesn't really understand. And that's basically a problem for all the Cars movies, not just this one. Likewise, even though I did like the ending to the movie where you feel the emotion because you think Cruz will be beaten, it doesn't really, like, when she does the flip like Doc Hudson did, it doesn't really do anything. Like, it makes her the main character now, and I don't really like that. Likewise, a lot of people say that this, as I said, people say it was like Rocky. I can just kind of see that. But honestly, if you're going to do something like that, they probably should have done, like, something like Doc Hudson dying in this movie, when they should have showed him dying in the second movie, because they didn't have him in the second movie. So overall, I think that's really my only problems with the movie. Oh, and likewise, that scene where they're driving through the mud and they're getting all dirty, it was fun, but it wasn't really something I expected. It was fun, it was crazy, it was really, it had a good visual style, but it just did not work for this franchise. So for me, that's my thoughts on Cars 3. So let me know what down. So before I give you my score and my letter grade, let me know what did you think about Cars 3, and are you excited for Soul next week? Because I'm very excited for Soul next week, and I can't believe I actually seen all the Pixar movies now. Well, except one because Soul has to come out first. But anyways, so my overall my grade for it is a C plus, and for entertainment score, I'm gonna give it an 8 point out of 10, 8.10, 8 out of 10. And then would I recommend it? If you're a fan of the Cars franchise, and if you love the first two Cars movies or liked the first two Cars movies, I probably would recommend checking it out this weekend. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram name is Marvel6. My TikTok name is Marvel1Fan. And tomorrow I'm gonna post my Danger Force review. I know it came out. The episode came out yesterday, but it was technically a Saturday. It's technically a Saturday thing. So, and I don't know. I need to find some time to watch the next episode. So, bye guys. See you tomorrow.